My daughter married a Korean man when she was 21. She hasn't been home for 12 years, but every year she sends $100,000. This Christmas, I decided to visit her in secret. When I opened the door to her house, I froze in my tracks. I'll never forget that morning, holding the plane ticket in my hands. My heart was beating in a strange, rapid rhythm. 12 years, exactly 12 years. Since Mary Lou married a Korean man, she hasn't returned once. But every year, exactly $100,000 arrives, without a single cent missing. People are amazed. You're so lucky. Your daughter is so good to you, and she married a wealthy man. But only I, as a mother, know the pain of receiving money without being able to see my child. You can have all the money in the world, but not having your daughter hurts deeply. My name is Teresa, and I'm 63 years old. I was widowed young and raised my only daughter, Mary Lou, on my own. She was intelligent, kind, and beautiful. Everyone said she would have a great life. And yes, she had a great life, according to what others believe. At 21, Mary Lou met Kang Jun, a Korean man nearly 20 years her senior. I was completely opposed to it, not out of discrimination, but because of the age gap and the idea of her living abroad. But my daughter was stubborn. Mom, I know what I'm doing. In the end, I gave in when I saw the determination in her eyes. The wedding was simple. In less than a month, she left for Korea with her husband. The day she departed at the airport, she hugged me and sobbed uncontrollably. I was crying too, but I tried to hide it. I thought she'd be back after a few years, but no. 1 year, 2, 3. By the 5th year, I didn't even dare to ask. Only the money kept coming. Every year, exactly $100,000, accompanied by a brief note. Mom, take care of yourself. I'm doing well. That word, well, was what worried me most. The neighbors whispered, she sends a lot of money, but never comes back. Something must be going on. I would just smile, but at night, I found no peace. We had a video call once. She was still beautiful, but her eyes were different, always hurried, always distant. When I asked why she didn't visit, she fell silent before replying. I'm just very busy with work, Mom. I didn't ask again. Sometimes a mother becomes a coward for fear of hearing the truth. Time passed, I grew older, and my house improved thanks to the money she sent. Everyone said I was lucky. But how can you be happy eating alone? Every Christmas, I continued to set a place and silverware for her. Some years, I would cook her favorite pot roast, watching the steam rise while tears fell into the gravy. 12 years is a long time. Finally, I decided to do something I never imagined. Go to Korea to see her. I didn't tell her. For a 63-year-old woman who had never been on a plane or left the country, it was a massive decision. I asked a neighbor for help with the ticket and documents. The flight felt endless, my hands pale from gripping the armrests. Arriving at the airport, I was overwhelmed by the crowds and a language I didn't understand. I took a taxi to the address my daughter had given me. It was a 2-story house in a quiet neighborhood. I rang the bell. No one answered. The front gate wasn't locked, so I walked in. The garden was tidy but cold. No human noise, no sound of a television. I approached the front door, my hand trembling as I reached for the handle. I took a deep breath and pushed the door open. In that instant, I froze. The living room was spacious, so clean it looked lifeless. Everything was in order, like a showroom, but there was no trace of people. No stray shoes, no jackets hanging up, no smell of food or coffee, the normal things of a home. I called out softly, "Mary?" No one answered. The flowers on the table were plastic, cold to the touch. I walked further in. The kitchen was spotless, without a single grease stain. The refrigerator was nearly empty, just a few bottles of water and some withered fruit. I went up to the second floor. 3 doors. The first room had only 1 bed, the quilt perfectly made, with no sign that 2 people slept there. The closet was full of women's clothes. There wasn't a single piece of men's clothing. My chest began to tighten. The second room looked like an office, tidy but seemingly rarely used. There were no photos, no objects belonging to Kang Jun. It was as if he had never existed. I opened the last door, and my knees went weak. It was filled with boxes. Some were open. Inside were stacks of cash. American dollars. I touched it, my hands shaking. What is this? I know she sends $100,000 every year. If there is this much money here, where is it coming from? Why is it hidden in a locked room? At that moment, I heard a door open downstairs, soft footsteps. I felt like my heart was going to jump out of my chest. And then someone called out.